thank you all for being here in this special announcement. Jobs of the future are in technology, but sometimes our kids aren't exposed to tech skills to keep up with the increasing demand. Each year, my office will hold a Congressional App Competition for middle schoolers and high schoolers. Today, we're announcing the winners of the 2019 competition. Silas Peeders, Kahn, and Cassian Baker developed an app that is innovative and practical. Congratulations! My Congressional App Challenge is a great way to spur imaginations, teach kids to code, encourage them to manage a project, work together, and give an opportunity to have their app showcased at the national level. Now their instructor, Mr. Fike, will tell us a little more about these young people and the program that brought this accolade to Bosque High School.
This is especially exciting for me because after teaching a programming class for, I believe it's 5 years now, we're starting to have some success with a challenge that we started many years ago. So I posed the Congressional National App Challenge to my Programming 2 students, and these are 2 students that have gone through my class once, and they're back for the second time. And they're very, very interested in kind of making their projects in Programming 1 more robust and learning more complex languages. So I tasked the students with creating an app of their choice for the Congressional App Challenge. And they've done a really, really great job this year coming up with not only a great idea, but some programming that works very well. I'm going to let them introduce their topic and the app itself. If you look up here, these are the 3 young men that won the challenge. This is my 4th year in doing this, and this is the most successful we've been in the challenge. It has a lot to do with the hard work that these young men did over the last number of months in preparation for this challenge. So once again, I'm really happy that these young men could produce something that was, 1, a great idea, and then 2, worked really well when we got down to it. So as of now, I'm going to go ahead and show you the video that they submitted to the challenge, and this is going to give you a representation of what the students did and what they came up with.
Hey bro, don't feel discouraged. I have an app for you called Calculates. With Calculates, you can calculate the tax and the tip. It'll give you your total price. Here, if you give me a moment, I'll hand it over to our code developer Silas, who'll explain the code.
We use Android Studios to create our app, and so here is some of our code. Java to create our code. So here's some of our code. This makes it so that when the add button is pressed, it takes the 2 numbers that the user's input, and it outputs the sum of those 2 numbers.
Okay, so basically once you run through the code on our little Android emulator, this is what the app looks like. So this is going to be our home page. Our app is called Calculates. There are 2 places for you to enter a number, and then you have basic functions on what it can do. So let's take one for example. Let's multiply 4 times 5. So go and hit multiply. Scroll out this, and there's 20. So that's showing how these functions work.
Okay, so this is our price, tax, and tip calculator. So what you'll do here is you'll insert your price and then your tax, how much tax there is, and then how much of a tip you want. And then if you want to calculate tax and tip, you can click here, or you can just calculate tax or tip.
So you could tell that they had some fun with this project along the way. But what I'm most proud of is that I pushed my Coding 2 students to do things more on their own as far as programming. So these students figured out the project that they wanted to create. They figured out what IDE or what platform they were going to build with. I helped them push them into a new language, Java, and they did a wonderful job of producing a product and a functional app that had a lot of relevance to what we do every day as far as going out to eat and that calculation. So without further ado, I'm going to give these away as far as their congratulations. So if we can have Ian Kahn come up. Congratulations, Ian. If you'd talk a little bit about the app, what were the ideas behind it, and what was the thought process here?
Well, first off, Coach Fike has been he's my basketball coach, and he's also my coding teacher, and he's been an amazing inspiration for me because I've had him as my basketball coach since 8th grade, and and then I never even really liked the idea of coding, and then I went into coding as a junior, and I liked it so much I took it again as a senior. Now I'm thinking about majoring in something like technology related or technical. So yeah, thank you so much for that. As far as the idea of the app, I knew that we wanted to create something that was within our ability, and but also at the same time we wanted to challenge ourselves, because we use the Android Studios, which is the software that a lot of the professional app developers use, and then we created an app that everyone can use in their everyday life to figure out the tax and tip of eating out. So yeah, thank you.
Nicely done, Ian. Ian's been a great addition to the class, and I was really happy to see him back again. So this next young man, like I said, he's been in my class, so this is the second time so far, and it's really fun to have him in class. He brings kind of a warm atmosphere, and he's a great student that does his work in an unbelievable way. So Cassian Baker, come on up. Once again, tell us a little bit about the app and what brought you here.
Okay, so we decided to use Java, which is a coding language we all had very limited knowledge in. And we also used a platform, Android Studios, which we'd never used before. So I'm pretty happy with the result, since none of us had ever used either of these, the language or the platform before. And I mean, at this point, the app is a little bit different. We've developed it a little bit further since since the video, so it looks a little bit different now, but yeah, it's the same principle.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your hard work, Cass. It's great having you in class. So this next young man brings a lot to my classroom. He codes a lot outside of my classroom. So when I push my assignments out, it's always fun to see what he's going to come up with as far as ideas. And he does a great job of making my assignments his own. And I find when that happens, the students really flourish in their learning of code, but then it also is relative to what they're into in life. So without further ado, come on up here, Silas Peeders. Excellent. So tell us what brought you here and what was the thought process behind the app?
Mr. Fike is a great teacher. He gave us this assignment, and we didn't know how to make an app, but he helped us.
So I rarely get up here and talk to you about programming, but I think that in the world today, every business, every one of us needs some aspect of coding in our lives. So I challenge you to get into coding. Obviously, I'd love to see you in my class, but any coding that you can pick up in high school and in college is gonna really help you moving forward. So that's my ploy to the class. But I really want to congratulate these three young men for doing what they did as far as the app challenge. I really want to thank the Congressional App Challenge itself, and then I want to thank Ms. Deb Haaland for the support on the political side of things here. Thanks so much.